that guides or plans the city's development. History says that the Greek philosopher Hippodamus was the first urban planner as he invented the orthogonal urban layout. But it was in the 19th century when urban planning became much more known with the likes of Walter Christaller, Ebenezer Howard, Le Corbusier, and so on. There are different facets of urban planning. There are architects and urban designers who design. There are social scientists who study urban sociology and urban anthropology. There are also urban economists. All these disciplines contribute to how our city functions. In today's coffee break with Urbana, we will talk to Poeti Gulfira, an urban planner from Jakarta, Indonesia, to find out how she got into urban planning. Hi, welcome to Coffee Break with Urbana. I'm here right now with my good friend Poeti Gulfira. She's an urban planner and a tourism planner. She's also a lecturer at the University of Indonesia, and we'd like to talk more about tourism planning and urban planning in Indonesia. So, our first question would be, how long have you been in the field of urban planning and tourism planning?
Okay. For urban planning, actually, I took my bachelor since for 10 years, and that was the first time that I knew urban planning. And then after that, I get interested with tourism planning because I also learned about the tourism planning during my bachelor, and so I decided in 2012 to take my master degree in tourism planning and management. So yeah,
Where did you take your master's?
in Bournemouth University in UK.
When have you been in the academe?
So since 2014, just right after I graduated from my master, I went to University of Indonesia. I applied for the lecture there in tourism planning and management.
What got you into urban planning and tourism planning to begin with?
To be honest, the first time I'm interested with urban planning is because I want to go to my university back home for my bachelor, which is Bandung Institute of Technology. But then, since it's a very technical, technical university, and I don't really want to get involved in the science too much and engineering, so I'm finding my way to get to the university, but in the social major. And urban planning is the only like faculty that is, not really engineering. So yeah, so I decided to go there. But then along the way, when I was a student there, I realized that I'm interested with the city, like the planning, and especially with the tourism, because I don't know, like it's very interesting to know various aspects in one place, which is the city.
And that also got you into the academe where you are currently a lecturer.
Yeah. So when I did my final project for my bachelor, I realized that I really enjoyed my thesis. It's about the tourism, like urban tourism planning in Jakarta, in the old part of Jakarta, and I met creative communities and also the visitors of so the creative communities held like a city tour in the old part of Jakarta, and I realized at the time that this is what I want to do, like being a researcher. So that time I decided to take the master, and then after that I applied for a lecture vacancy in University of Indonesia.
With your experience in researching and in urban planning and tourism, specifically in Jakarta, I'm sure you see other places in Southeast Asia. What do you think is our main problem in Southeast Asia? What are the main urban planning and tourism planning problems that we have in Asia?
For sure, number one is of course the poverty, like urban poverty. Like we have so many slum areas, and I've been witnessing it like in different countries in East Asia, and also especially for the tourism, I think the main problem is how promoting our like tourism resources and potentials, and to make it more interesting for the visitors. Yeah, I think for the tourism part is that. But in urban poverty, I think, yeah, we haven't really got the solution how we can lessen the poverty like in the cities.
So, what do you think can we do to solve these issues in terms of the problems that we are facing in Southeast Asia?
Yeah, especially in Indonesia, I don't really understand. I don't really know about the condition in other like countries, but especially in Indonesia, like when I'm doing my research about like more or less community participation in the creative kampungs in Indonesia. Kampungs is the urban informal settlement. It's kind of slum areas, and I realized that one of the problems to because these creative communities. So I observe like creative communities to how they want to change. No, not change, but transform the slum areas into a better place to live through their creative activities. But one of the problem is that it's again from the government, like how the support from the government to support to completely support their actions. And because of course the community, even the grassroots communities, even they can involve the local community, it's not gonna work unless otherwise the government help them. And
So it's really the gap, like narrowing the gap
gap,
between the government and the people.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think as long as we can handle it, like I think we're going through the better direction, the better way, because yeah, I've been witnessing also before I'm taking the PhD. I was involved in several projects, community projects, and I realized that that is again one of the main problem. As long as, I mean, like if the government cannot completely support the community or involve the community into their projects, then it's very difficult to develop into to better direction.
You're one of my good friends, and I know your work, and I see you as one of those really cool young urban practitioners, and I think what I want to ask from you is because you're a role model for many urban practitioners in Indonesia, young ones who are
It's
emerging.
so much.
So I think it would be nice if for our parting words, what do you think would be your message to the young upcoming urban practitioners, specifically from Indonesia?
Okay. I think first of all, just if you think that urban planning is your field, like is your passion, then just go follow it. Like I mean, at first I was in the phase when I was doubt with myself, like is it really like the field that I want to do? Because my other friends, most of them are just going to other path, that through other fields, and so I realized that this is really my passion. So yeah, I'm just gonna focus on it with like taking my masters, and then like working in the field, and just go follow what is your passion. So I think if you think that urban planning is really your passion, and you're really interested with it, just focus on it. And yeah, and maybe you can go study abroad, and don't forget to come back to your country, and then develop your own country, like by getting involved with the communities, and involved with other urban planning projects. So, yeah.
I think that's a very nice message. I think that's something that we all have to think about, especially those students going abroad and getting an education, to not forget to go
Yeah.
back and transfer the knowledge and also help out.
Yeah.
And I would like to invite everyone to please subscribe to our channel and to our website. This is Urbana and Puti for you. This is Coffee Break with Urbana. Thank you very much.